Hello, Internet! Well, this is different, isn't it? This is going to be a little bit of an experiment, I guess. This is going to be completely live. I'm about to play Simon TDS for the the thingy, Nugget Bridge thing, the major. And basically, this is my first ever attempt at any kind of live recording from the actual 3DS. So I'm going to try to not get too distracted. With the commentary. I'm going to try and still battle this, but this is going to be an experiment. If you are watching this, then I guess it's been a successful experiment, in which we can all rejoice. But let's see what we've got here. Right now, I'm sure he knows my team, so he may be prepared for it. So let's see. Okay, this is going to be pretty awkward. I need a pen or something to poke my screen with. Oh dear, right. Okay, so the Sylveon's a problem. Tyranitar is the only real thing he's got against my Cresselia. He could have like goggles or something like that on his Sylveon. You never know. I'm expecting he'll expect my Breloom lead, so I'm tempted to not lead with Breloom. I am tempted to lead with. Let's go. This is a strange lead that I don't normally don't hardly ever lead with, but let's go with these. Yeah, I'm not taking Terrakion here, which might seem a bit strange, but I'm expecting the Excadrill has got Sand Rush, and it could otherwise maybe cause a few problems. But this Tyranitar could be special as well, which is another thing that... Yeah, okay, so he's led with the Tyranitar here. If it is special, it might have Fire Blast, which I was thinking is a big sort of possibility by the look of his team. You don't really see special Tyranitar around too much these days, but if it's not special, then my Scizor is actually in quite a good position. But the thing is, I haven't got Fake Out or anything to help me get a free Sword Stance up. So do I risk it, or do I not risk it? That is the question. That is indeed a question. See, do I scout for a Fire Blast? What else did he have on his team? He didn't have any... Did he have anything fiery? I don't think he did. I think it might be a special Tyranitar, but he could just go for a Rock Slide instead. This is a little bit tricky. I'm going to... What have I got in the back? I've got Breloom and Cresselia, haven't I? Yeah, I do want to... Okay, I'm just going to go... This might seem strange. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt on Tyranitar, and I'm going to Mega Evolve and Protect. I'm going to try and scout out for a Fire Blast. Okay, so it's withdrawing the Cresselia, so maybe there is no Fire Blast. Maybe the Fire Blast is on the... or Flamethrower is on the Salamence. We'll see. This could be a pretty terrible turn if he just go straight for the Rock Slide. Maybe I'm over-predicting this. Or overthinking it. We'll see. Okay. And there's a Thunderbolt. Doesn't do much. Rock Slide. Okay, so he does go straight for the Rock Slide. Thunderous doesn't avoid it, which is annoying, but... wow, that does a lot of damage. That does a lot of damage. Is this Life Orb or Expert Belt or Band? No. Okay. Okay, so not the greatest of turn ones. Okay. He's brought the Salamence in obviously for the fire move here. He will probably Protect to avoid a Thunder Wave here. See, in Breloom, I'm going to be losing my Sash anyway, so I could actually bring it in. Maybe no. I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave onto Tyranitar. This might seem very strange, and maybe the Salamence isn't going to protect, because he does kind of need to target the Scizor here. I could get a Thunder Wave off on it. If I get a Thunder Wave onto the Salamence and he does knock out Scizor, can I sweep through with got in the back? That's the question. Tricky. Okay, so this Tyranitar could still have Fire Blast on it itself, but I need to make a move now. So I'm going to, let's go back. I'm going to Thunder Wave the Salamence, and I'm going to try and go for a Swords Dance, because either I get a paralyzed Salamence or I get a +2 Scizor, basically. Okay, yeah, nice. So he does protect. So that's what I thought. This is why I did go for the Swords Dance. Now this is obviously hoping that he doesn't have Flamethrower on this Tyranitar, which he could still have. Okay, so he goes for another Rock Slide, so that's all right with me. And I can bring Cresselia in now. Obviously I threaten the Tyranitar with a Bullet Punch, but I threaten the Salamence with an Icy Wind. Now Cresselia can take a Crunch, so I'm just going to protect Scizor here and go for an Icy Wind, because I think this is the turn that he's got to target the Scizor with a Fire move. So hopefully he doesn't target the Cresselia here. But he does. Okay, so he sees through that quite well. But this is, okay, so it's a completely physical Salamence. So this is good information for best of 3 settings. Because I'm thinking now that this Salamence probably doesn't have Flamethrower on it. Oh, Assurance. Okay, so he does double target the Cresselia here. I am down 2 to 4, so I am in a pretty bad position, but I'm not in the worst of positions. What did he lead with? See, this is where making notes might be handy. It was Cresselia, wasn't it? So Cresselia is not the best Pokemon to have against these two. Obviously, I threaten with both of these here. We've seen that he. I mean, I can just double knock out both of these Pokemon. I don't really want to do that though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I want to Spore one of them, and it would be good if I could get another Swords Dance up, but I mean, I could Spore the Salamence. Brillium Sash is breaking anyway. If he gets a Rock Slide off, then he's not going to be doing too much damage. We've seen Rock Slide, we've seen Assurance. Has it got Ice Beam? That's a question. It might have Ice Beam. I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to Spore the Tyranitar, and I'm going to Bullet Punch the Salamence. Okay, so there's a Bullet Punch. I mean, it was going to go down to the sand anyway that turn, but obviously I needed to make sure it didn't get a hit off on me. Hopefully this isn't Lumberry. Ah, no, there's no Lumberry. Okay. So Brillium Sash, unfortunately, is broken here. But that's the price that I paid for playing against Sandstorm. But then again, I have got both of these, which are very good against thingy. Okay, right. Now he could just protect with the Excadrill here. I am expecting him to protect with it, but if he doesn't, I'm knocking it out. And I can, if he does protect it, I've still got sleep turns to maybe bail me out on this. So I'm going with the percentages, I guess. Yeah, he does protect it, so that was pretty obvious. Hopefully the Tyranitar doesn't wake up here. Yeah, so we saw that coming. That was pretty obvious. And I'm bailed out, I suppose, with this turn, with the sleep turn. We haven't seen the item on this Tyranitar. It could still have a Chopple Berry. This Excadrill Can obviously Earthquake both of these Pokemon. I suppose an Iron Head could potentially knock Breloom out, so I guess that is a little bit of a problem. I mean, if I Mach Punch and Bullet Punch the Excadrill again, he could switch that out into the Cresselia and then, you know, wake up again. But I'm gonna think he's not gonna do that. Oh, he does do that. Okay, so yeah, is playing correctly. The funny thing is, like, I'm seeing what he's gonna do, but I'm not playing around it. No Rocky Helmet, so you know, maybe. Okay, so I'm getting bailed out by these sleep turns here. This is you know, working out pretty well for me. I mean, I could find out now if this Cresselia has got Hidden Barrier Ice, if it's got a Lumberry or Goggles by sporing it, but Cresselia doesn't really threaten Scizor, so I'm going to protect with Breloom here, and I'm going to go for a Bullet Punch onto Tyranitar, and keep my fingers crossed, basically. Okay, so hopefully there's no Hidden Power Fire. Okay, so the reason, I mean, thinking back through those last turns, I did basically predict, yeah, and a Psychic, nice. I did basically predict what he would potentially do, but I didn't act on it because I knew the Tyranitar was still asleep. Obviously, I got a little bit lucky with those sleep turns. I think that was a maximum sleep, but you know, the percentages were maybe a little bit in my favour to allow me to make those very safe moves and not predict around it. This Excadrill, you know, he might play funny here. You might not even protect with this Excadrill. Breloom, will it get knocked out by an Iron Head? If it's a Life Orb Iron Head, then I think it might do. So I could double target again the Excadrill with a Mach Punch and a Bullet Punch. If he does, will a Psychic knock out Breloom? If it's an offensive Cresselia, yes, it will. I think Simon's the kind of person that probably would play with a more offensive Cresselia in a team like this. So this is tricky. I'm going to Mach Punch the Excadrill, and I'm actually going to use Knockoff on this Cresselia. Ooh, Helping Hand. Ouch. What's he going to go for? This is going to be interesting. This is going to make or break the game. It's an Iron Head. Okay, so, ooh, interesting. So I'm glad I got that Mach Punch off. But because, oh, it is Life Orb. I'm not sure he needed the Helping Hand to get the knockout there. But thankfully I get the knockout on this Cresselia. And basically a Bullet Punch will seal this up for me. Oh, it's got Goggles. Now that's another, perfect. That's another good use for Knockoff, because I got to see the item on the Cresselia. That's brilliant. Okay, so that's game 1 won. Game 2 could potentially be you know, a whole different game. So I'm really thirsty here. This is quite taxing, trying to narrate and and play this competitive game at the same time. But I'll troop on, because we don't want this video to be too long if it does go up. I mean, I'm hoping this video does end up entering your eyes and your ears, because it will mean that it's a little bit successful. I mean, obviously I don't have a capture card, so I am doing this. I could potentially do Battle Spot like this, but it is a bit of a faff to do this, to be honest. I'm feeding it through so many things. My webcam is pretty bad as well. You can see the quality is not great. But right, what are we going to do then? What did he lead with last time? Oh, he led with Cresselia. Ah, of course, yes. The Goggles Cresselia. Really nice information. Good information. He might lead with it again. The Scizor was very good against his team, so I think he will lead with either the Rotom or the Salamence this time, though. So maybe I should change things up a little bit. And yeah, I think I will. I'm going to lead with Breloom this time, and I'm going to lead with Cresselia. I do want Scizor in the back because it did so much work last time. It is Sand Rush Excadrill, so Terrakion maybe isn't the best thing here. I want Thunderous here as well, just because I want to put a little bit more pressure on the Salamence. So, there we go, game 2. I wonder if you can actually hear the game music. I'm sure you can if I point the microphone at it. It's a unidirectional microphone, so it should, in theory, not pick up any background noise, but it's a bit shaky, I guess. Okay, right, so we know that the Sylveon doesn't have safety goggles. They don't normally have a Lum Berry or anything like that. The only problem, potentially, could be if it has Sleep Talk. What I'm going to do is... I mean, the Spore on Sylveon is very obvious, isn't it? But a double-edged Hyper Voice will potentially knock Cresselia out as well. So I'm gonna go for the obvious move. I think he hasn't got any Grass types on his team, has he? Although he has got the goggles, so he could bring the goggles in for. Yeah, I think he's going to bring his Cresselia in actually. That would make the most sense, I would say. The Salamence could have Substitute as well. Which would avoid an Icy Wind drop and a potential Spore on it. I'm going to make the safe move. I'm going to Spore the Sylveon and go for an Icy Wind. I think he will bring his Cresselia in though. Oh, well, nothing switching. Maybe it has got Sleep Talk. We'll soon find out. Okay, straight for the double edge. Onto the Cresselia, yeah, I thought he might. Yeah, oh, that does a lot of damage, doesn't it? Ouch. Spore, yeah, I'm thinking it probably does have Sleep Talk at this rate. It's just allowing me to put it to sleep like this. But at least I'm going to get this Icy Wind off. Yeah, nice. Brilliant will go down to its Sash as well. Okay, Speed Drop, which is important because I can Spore it next turn. Fast Asleep. Have we got any Sleep Talk? No, we haven't. Okay. Well, that works out nicely for me. Excellent. So... I'm not going to faff around with any Spores. I'm going to straight up Bullet Seed this Sylveon and go for another Icy Wind. If he does switch anything out, then it's getting a Speed Drop as well. Yeah, he might be bringing the Cresselia in on this. What's this? That is the Cresselia, yeah. Okay. So the Salamence can come back in at neutral speed now and outspeed Cresselia and knock it out. I'm getting a few hits off with this Bullet Seed. 4 hits, that's nice. I'm hoping that Sylveon stays asleep. It can wake up this turn. If it does, it's got a 1 in 3 chance of waking up, basically. But fingers crossed it won't. Yeah, nice. It's still asleep. Now, I know there are goggles on this Cresselia. Breloom can stay in and Bullet Seed this Sylveon. Cresselia, with his Salamence in the back, it's not as useful, so I don't really want to start setting up Calm Minds. I'm gonna switch Scizor out, or Scizor in rather, for Breloom, and just in case he does get a Hyper Voice off. And I got an Icy Wind drop on his Cresselia. I'm going to see, maybe he might switch the Sylveon out this turn, so I kind of want to go for an Icy Wind again. I mean, a Psychic's not going to knock it out, so yeah, I'm just going to go for another Icy Wind. So Breloom comes back. I'm hoping he switches the Sylveon out, but he might not. I think it was... Oh, it's switching? He is, yes! So hopefully I'm going to hit something with an Icy Wind here. That's the Tyranitar, isn't it? Okay. So here's the Sandstorm coming up. Icy Wind, yeah, that's nice. The Cresselia was at -2 now, which means it is slower than Scizor. Unless he goes for his own Icy Wind here, which he could do. Oh no, he goes for a Psychic. Okay. So Scizor comes in nicely on that Psychic. I could start setting up with Scizor, but I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to go for this knockoff onto Cresselia to knock off its goggles, and then I can potentially put it to sleep in the future. I think that would be a pretty smart move. Cresselia, what's he got? He's got Sylveon and Salamence in the back. Cresselia can't knock Sylveon out from where it is, and it does get knocked out by a Hyper Voice from where it is, so I don't want to switch Cresselia into anything. So, we didn't see the item on this Tyranitar. It could be weakness policy as well, so I don't want to Hidden Power ground it. So, I am actually just going to go for another Icy Wind. I did get the speed drop onto the Tyranitar as well, so I think Scizor, I mean, it hasn't Mega Evolved, I'm thinking it should be faster. You know, thinking for any potential flinches, or if he did have Flamethrower hidden away there. Okay, yeah, so I get the knockoff onto the Cresselia. The awkward thing here is... okay, so Assurance. That does a bit of damage, or it will do. Yeah. The awkward thing here... Yeah, this Scizor is a problem for him. The awkward thing here is, with the Sandstorm up, Breloom is not fantastic. Like against the Salamence. So, again, smart bringing the Scizor in here. But, yeah, he is targeting this quite aggressively. He might go for a Rock Slide this turn. I really want him to knock this Cresselia out, to be honest. Yeah, another Assurance and Psychic will knock this Scizor out. Scizor is important because I need a Bullet Punch for his Salamence. The Sandstorm is nice because it is whittling away his own Salamence as well. I'm going to protect with Scizor, but I want him to knock Cresselia out. I don't think he's going to. I do want him to knock it out though. I'm going to go for a Psychic onto his Cresselia just to bring it a little bit closer to... just to bring it a little bit closer to... yeah, the Sandstorm and range of Bullet Seeds and stuff like that. Okay, so a little bit of damage, a little bit of chip damage. I'm hoping, like he is, like Assurancing the Cresselia, but he's not, no. So, yeah, I need to preserve this this Scizor. I don't want this Scizor getting knocked out at all. This Scizor is really important for me. So at least I've seen its last move now. It's got a low kick. Yeah, very interesting. Thunderous is potentially useful in this game as well. The Scizor is very useful. Breloom is... Yeah, they're all useful. Dear me, what am I going to do? Maybe Scizor isn't so useful because I've got Thunderous kind of for the Cresselia, and I've got Breloom that can knock out the Sylveon in the back as well. So I don't want to Bullet Punch this Tyranitar and activate its weakness policy though. If it has got a weakness policy. Like, I hope I'm not being blind and just sort of completely missing what item it's got. I mean, it could have a Chopper Berry still, but the way he's been targeting this Scizor shows that it is a bit of a threat to him. Right. I'm gonna Bullet Punch and Hidden Power ground this Tyranitar this turn. Let's see if it's got weakness policy or not. No weakness policy. Okay. Now I don't think this is gonna... I mean, there's no way this is gonna knock it out, but at least it brings it a bit closer to you know, something else damage, something else range rather. Yeah. So I'm probably... Well, actually, I might not lose Scizor this turn, but at least this Cresselia finally goes down. I wanted that Cresselia to go down. Oh, he's got Trick Room. Oh, that changes things. I do have priority. I've got Bullet Punch and I've got Mach Punch. A Bullet Punch should knock Cresselia out from here, I think. And he's got Sylveon in the back, and he's got Salamence. Now, Scizor is going to be... both of these are going to be slower than Salamence, aren't they? So, like, I'm not sure really what he's doing here. I'm going to go for just a very obvious Mach Punch and Bullet Punch. He's probably going to switch some of these out, but I think all of his Pokemon are at very low health now. So, even though he has got the Trick Room off, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, so this is probably a Salamence coming in for... Yeah, for a Mach Punch, which is fine. This Mach Punch and Sandstorm might even knock the Salamence out. Bullet Punch, yes, does knock the Cresselia. That was important, that Bullet Punch knockout. Mach Punch. Is it going to be... Okay, so it's not in Sandstorm range. Oh, okay, well, Sandstorm goes down, but it is in Bullet Punch range. Is it in another Mach Punch range, though, that is a very important question. I'm going to go for a Bullet Punch onto the Sylveon, and I'm going to go for another Mach Punch. I think it might be in Mach Punch range. If it isn't, it will knock itself out to Recoil. But, yeah, I think the game is won now. I don't think there was much you could have done there. Yeah. So, yeah, very interesting. Yeah, so this is the first video of this kind that I have recorded. So feel free. I mean, please do give me your feedback. I know the quality of the visual here isn't fantastic, but it's the best that I've got, basically. You know, without a capture card. I'm not planning on purchasing a capture card. I can't justify it really. So give me all your feedback. If you like this, let me know. You know, give me all of your words, all of your thoughts that are going on in your heads. That would be very much appreciated. But you know, this has been pretty interesting, actually. Yeah, okay. So as people say, GG Simon, my friend Simon, my fellow Islander, my NPA winning partner, Simon. Yeah, Simon is a very good player. But yeah, whatever. I mean, that's that's tournament play, best out of 3 scenario for you. My first, you know, live recording from the DS session as well, and you know, another win in the tournament, which is nice, I suppose, as well. But yeah, you know, like I've been saying, you know, let's not draw out this ending too much further. You know, give me your feedback, give me your comments, please. It's all appreciated. If you did enjoy it, like it, share the channel. You know, get it out there, make other people see it. It's all appreciated. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.